These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll run. It's Etienne. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Etienne with it. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
At their own 8-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On second and very short, Allen caught on the right side by Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On second and 10, Allen. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. On the right side is Hilton with a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Hilton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Steps away to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Allen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down, here's Etienne. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Etienne. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
Logan Brooke to kick off for the Jaguars.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From way up at the 23. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, it's Jones, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Focus the mic. Hey, 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 hey. 44's the mic. 44's mic. Check, check.
Allen now looks to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And the Jaguars Jaguars 39-yard line.
Here's Allen. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to have enough. Another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 28.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Down to the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Allen. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the right. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. K'Lavon Chaisson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
First down, Jaguars.
On play action, Lawrence. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man, and he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This is caught by Hilton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 53. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Jags take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. From way up at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime. That's caught at the 25. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play there for Indy. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Jones. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 17-14.
17. Jaguars 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Kick from the 14. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 26 yards. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Ready? 50, play.
They'll give to ETN running right. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for ETN. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run with ETN. Avoids him at the 40. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 149 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
1st down, Jacksonville.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a give to ETN. The tackle there by George Odom.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
2nd and 6.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Running out of the gun with ETN. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Going for it, here's ETN. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense? Right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. ETN once more. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And they'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
21. Colts 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From way up at the 23.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Man, such a close game, a very big one. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets us forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. He's got it to Hilton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Allen now on first down. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Waller out left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Touchdown, Colts! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Lawrence on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Colts 24. Logan Cook to kick off the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And this one complete to Doolin. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the 1st down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen. Flush to his right. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Allen. And it's caught, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. shot now for Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a big